Okay, today I have a good one. I'm going to replace the struts on my 2005 Cadillac STS. Currently, I had to take the bumper off because I'm working on my radiator. So this has nothing to do with changing the shock. I'm going with KYB Gas Adjust. It's a monotube shock. Gives a more stiffer, more sports-like firm control over a twin tube. I bought the strut from a company called carid.com. Pretty reasonable on the price. Shipping, I think 2 days. It comes well packaged, and you get your strut. KYB Gas Adjust. Made in the United States of America. Okay, so first, what you want to do, jack your car up, remove your tire, put it on stands, and then get to the stop. Get to the strut. Alright, here we go. Okay, now that I have the car jacked up and the tire off, I'm going to show what bolts and nuts need to come off. Okay, I'm going to start here at the top. You have these 5 bolts up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all 18 millimeters. Under your little plastic cap, you have a 15 millimeter nut. That 15 millimeter nut holds down the upper mounting bracket that keeps the spring compressed on the strut. Down here, this is also an 18 millimeter, and then down below here, this big one at the bottom is a 15/16, and this one is also an 18 millimeter. So let's get to it. Forgot to mention on this 18 millimeter, on the 18 millimeter nut on the back, this is a 15 millimeter bolt. This one is ready to come out, but I'm going to leave it in right now. I was wrong on the upper ball joint. On this nut right here, you need a Torx bit. This is a T30. The little Torx bit. Little T30. So what you have to do is you have to take the Torx bit, and there's a little slot inside the bolt, and then you get a wrench. I'm just using my crescent wrench, and you go ahead and loosen while holding the Torx bit. And then just lowers. And in order to get that back, you'll get a jack and jack it up and go ahead and tighten it back up. Okay, now I've already taken out this top bolt. Like I said, the bottom one, I can take it out. I'm going to work on the top, loosen those up, pull the whole unit out. Right here are the 5 bolts at the top. It, I use a 15 millimeter to just crack the tension, just to relieve the tension off that center nut holding the mount back on the spring. Because once you get it out, you're going to be happy that you cracked that nut. Oh, I forgot to mention, these two plastic tips, these are the lining points. Obviously, make sure you don't hit any of your lines, your brake lines, your wiring. You don't want to hit none of that stuff. Okay, after I just had fun playing with this, only took me about 4 minutes, 4 minutes. What you want to do is just separate the bottom of your strut from this bracket. And then once you do that, the whole mount has easily come out. Whew! Alright, there it is. This is the center nut that I was saying that holds the whole pressure of the spring down. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my spring compressors, compress the spring, take off this 15 millimeter nut, slide the strut out, slide my new one on, do everything I just did in reverse without the struggling, and then go work on the other side. While I'm here, might as well check my upper ball joint. It's not cracked, it's not leaking, the movement feels good. Check my bushings. They look good. Now, that leads me to an interesting point I'm making. Typically, I like to do whatever it is I'm going to video first so that I don't have any mistakes or minimize my mistakes, because I still make them. Plus, it's not a 5-minute struggle seeing me take something off. I could just did it on the other side and then did this one without any of the problems. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, that's real life. I would have struggled anyway. So I said, I'm going to put this one on film of me actually struggling. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the spring compressors on and go ahead and compress the spring, take the strut out. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to make sure everything looks the same. You know, so far it does. I'm replacing a Sax with a KYB. I like KYB. They seem to be good shocks to me. I have them on my 2 other vehicles. So I'll see how they ride on this. Okay. These are spring compressors. What they do is you put the spring in on one side, put the spring on the other side, tighten it, and it compresses down the spring. Pretty sure there's a whole lot of videos that you can go and look at on YouTube, and people much smarter than me with more experience can explain that better. But that's the gist of it. What you want to do spring on. Push this little pin out. Lock them in. And you go ahead and turn them and tighten them. I just snugged it up. Now, here's your, use this as an example. Here's your spring. You want your compressors to be parallel of each other. One on this side, one on this side. You don't want them both in the front or both in the back. You want them parallel so it can compress the spring evenly. I'll show you what I mean in a second. As you can see, here's one, here's the other. They're parallel each other. So when I tighten this side down, then I tighten this side down, it both pulls them down in a uniform manner. Sometimes, for whatever the reason, I don't grab my impact gun, and I like to use my little impact wrench. My impact wrench versus my impact driver. But hey, sometimes you need this power. There's the nut. There's the plate. And here's the strut. No one. Old one. Let's do a little test. Don't push these down too much, but that's going down pretty easy. And knowing, yeah, nice and firm. Okay, so I'm going to use the new nut that came with the new strut. I'm going to line up the bottom of the spring into the groove, slide it in, tighten the nut down to the cap, and then just install it in reverse. And that's how you do it. Okay. Right before you put it back together, you want to make sure that the top spring lines back up in the upper mount cushion bracket, in the location, and the bottom, it also has its own location right there. You're going to go ahead and tighten this down, release the spring compressors, put it back in its spot, line it up with your guide pins, tighten everything down, and you're done.